at over 4G, and they collapsed from wall formation, which was 200 to 300 feet from left wingtip to right wingtip, into 8 Arrow. They reach a height of over 5,500 feet before Red 1 brings the formation back down to display line. Red 1 twists the formation around to the left. Red 1 this year, in his third and final year, is squad leader Tom Bowl. As I said, Tom is in his third and final year. He was also in the team between 2014 and 16 as the synchro leader. He's flown in operations in the Typhoon aircraft, and he's also flown. Keep your eye on the team for a dynamic shape change. As the team changed from 8 Arrow shape into Vixen. As the team now bend around to the right, you can see us in Vixen formation. If we were a 9 ship, Red 9 would be at the rear. We'd be on. As the team roll to left on the right hand side of Red 1 is Red 2. That's Flight Lieutenant Rich Walker. Rich is in his first year on the team, a highly experienced pilot. He has flown operations on both the Harrier and the Typhoon, as well as being a qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T Mark II. As I said, 8 pilots in the display this year. However, there are 10 pilots on the team. The 8 you see before you. There's myself, Red 10, 5,500 feet, with the aircraft slowing to approximately 110 to 120 miles per hour at the top of that loop. This means the controls are effective and twitchy, making the job just as difficult as they bend around to the left for the Apollo present. On the left of Red 1 is Red 3, that is Flight Lieutenant Tom Hansford. Tom is also in his first year on the team. He's a former Typhoon pilot and former qualified weapons instructor, which meant he taught all weapons technical information. As I said, the second of our space theme shapes, as the Royal Air Force acknowledges that space plays an important part in all future military operations. And in 2021, UK Space Command was formed. As the team roll to the left on the far right hand side, uppermost is Flight Lieutenant Ollie Suckling. First year on the team, former Tornado GR4 pilot and qualified flying instructor on the Hawk T Mark II. He also flew the North Wales based Strike Master pair that you saw earlier a few years ago. His opposite number on the left hand side, smoking on the left, is Red 5, Flight Lieutenant Patrick Kershaw, known as Paddy. You heard in that radio transmission, a board call is made by Red 7 as Red 7 and 8 roll around the rest of the formation. However, Red 1 does not want to keep it too easy for the rest of the formation, so watch for the colour change. As the red and the blue come on, he bends the formation around to the right, making it even more difficult for Red 7 and 8 to keep that roll rate and rhythm going. If you look at the front section of the aircraft, those aircraft are flying with their air brakes out. There's a small door at the bottom of the aircraft at the back. This essentially means that those pilots are now flying with a higher throttle setting, thereby producing a hotter engine gas temperature, which makes the smoke burn a lot more brightly. It also disturbs the air. Aided braking first, followed by Hannah formation with Red 6 off to the left, Red 7 off to the right, and Red 8 up over the top. You may have heard a tone in that radio transmission. That's actually Red 6 communicating to Red 7, and the synchro pair now are only 100 feet. They'll have a closing speed of over 800 miles per hour. They pass within only 100 feet of each other. Each aircraft now turns hard away from the display line. As the synchro pair lead directly to a front, look to your far right hand side, and Red 8 is running back in at over 450 miles per hour, smoking blue. In the distance you can see Enid with a small tray of red smoke. They now get into an inverted V as Red 8 lines up, and he completes the manoeuvre called the Goose. The aircraft, you may be able to see a small tank. It looks like a fuel tank, however that is actually the smoke pod. That smoke pod is capable of producing 5 minutes of white smoke, 1 minute of red smoke and 1 minute of blue smoke. Each of those smokes are selectable by its own individual button on the pilot's control column. And during winch training, the smoke plan between Red 1 and Red 6 is carefully choreographed to ensure that we have the right colour smoke at the right time. In the smoke comes on for the world famous Synchro Heart. On the Red Arrows, I'd like to dedicate today's heart to the memory of Brian Blakely. He's a dedicated volunteer and supporter of the Rhyl Airshow, who sadly passed away this year. Rest in peace, Brian. And on a personal note, I'd like to dedicate today's heart to my good friend Kathy Kane and her children Izzy and Mark, who are also here today. Give the Hannah Formation a massive round of applause for the wonderful heart in the skies over Rhyl. Keep your eye on the synchro pair with Red 6. Look to your far right hand side. In the distance now, Enid running back in. This time now they've been joined by Red 8, who sits in trail on Red 1. The red and the blue come on. They perform a series of barrel rolls through the sky, leaving a snow.
Bank now. Full bank.
As I said, there are 10 pilots on the team. However, the Red Arrows is not just about the pilots. We have over 140 personnel on the squadron. Over 130 of them are the engineers, the administrators, the public relations team, the DI team. 100 feet apart from wingtip to wingtip. The red and the blue come on as they turn away from each other. Both aircraft now pulling hard up to 6G, which means everything about them is now weighing 6 times heavier than what you and I are as we stand on the beach. Red 7 carefully passing Red 6 at the back. He's out now on our left hand side. He's got his eye on Red 6 to make sure he passes at a safe distance around the front as they can. Look to your far left hand side. In the distance towards north, the rest of North Wales, you can see Enid running back in with the white smoke in trail. Once again, Red 1 pulls them up at over 400 miles per hour and 4G. And of course this year, the United Kingdom of Great Britain celebrated the coronation of His Majesty King Charles III. Therefore, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, get your cameras ready for the Enid coronation vertical break. As Enid leads to the front, the show's still not over. Look to your right hand side with Hannah running in from the right. That's Red 6, 7 and 8. The smoke is on from Red 6. The call as Red 7 and 8 roll around the smoke of Red 6 in the corkscrew. Smoking blue is Red 7, Flight Lieutenant Stu Roberts. Stu is in his second year on the team. He was Red 2 last year, and he has flown operations on the Typhoon. Smoking red is Red 8. That's Flight Lieutenant David Simmons, known as Simo. Simo's in his 5th